Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. Last time we came to the town of Zozo looking for Terra, but instead we found a chainsaw. Fuck yeah. So let's put that to use. And I suppose we should continue looking for Terra. Why not? Let's see if we can't... Let's go with Aspic, why not? And we'll go with Chainsaw on the Gypsy, who's dead. That's okay. You want to kill the Slam Dancers as soon as possible. Alright, God, using Tandle. No, it's not Tandle, but just as cool. But yeah, kill the Slam Dancers first. If they are left alone in battle, they'll start casting level 2 elemental spells on your party, which is just devastating at this point in the game. You'll die. If it's a single target, it'll do like 500 damage. They can also throw mithril knives, I believe, which also do. It's bad. Don't get hit by it. Well, okay, but remember, in all good JRPGs, when somebody tells you not to do something, you must then, therefore, go and do it anyways. In the same respect, if they tell you to do something, you must then, therefore, go do it. Yay, instant death is so broken. Yeah, this is the point in the game where instant death starts to make an appearance, much like in my last LP. Yeah, this is also the point where some of the abilities you'll notice start to get outclassed and you'll never use them again. Like the auto crossbow. Now that we have flash, there's no reason to ever use it. Much like that tonic we just got, no reason to ever use those either. So unfortunately, yeah, there won't be any arrow to the knee jokes in this LP, guys. Sorry. Maybe next time. Missed that window of opportunity. Yeah, from now on, if you're going to use any kind of multi-targeting attack with Edgar, use flash. Let's see, let's go in here first. I know it's a little bit of backtracking, but I want to get this out of the way. Let's see, single target, let's go straight at, why not? If you have, let's use Chainsaw, if you have Lock in your party, you can steal Dragoon Boots from these guys. I wouldn't go out of my way to get those, because we can't put them to their full use quite yet, but equipping those would change your fight command into jump. Just like every other Final Fantasy game, well, you jump in the air off screen, you come down on your opponent, doing extra damage. If you have someone that can use a spear, like Edgar or Mog, jump will do double damage, so keep that in mind if you want to use a Dragoon setup. Path to the left, dead end, so let's go to the right. Again, door to the left, dead end, so let's go to the right once more. For a tincture, yay, I climbed through that whole building to get a tincture. How thoughtful of you, game. So I'm just gonna run back downstairs and meet you back outside. Alright, moving on. Another Hades Gigas. You can steal an Atlas armlet from these guys, if I haven't mentioned so already. It is a rare steal, so it could take you a few tries, but definitely worth it if you want to acquire another one. Great people here. What? They're thieves and murderers and drunks who are passed out in the street. Speaking of thieves and stealing, though, a lot of good stuff to steal here. If you brought Locke in your party. I guess that shouldn't be a surprise. I mean, they are thieves after all. Of course they have good things to steal. Harvesters, you can steal Dragoon Boots, as I previously mentioned. But be careful if you're trying to steal from them. They will actually return the favor and start stealing your money. Oh, you get it back after you kill them, but still, it's kind of annoying. I don't remember if they run away or not. They probably could, like most enemies that steal your shit do. The Slam Dancers, you can steal a thief knife from them, which could be handy if you have Lock or Shadow. That's probably the preferred weapon for either of them due to the speed and evade bonuses. Oh, this is going to be painful. You know what, let's just wait for it. Hopefully it's multi-target. Nope. Hey, lived. Alright. Go 7. And we just want to kill her ASAP. Yeah, they have thief knives. I wouldn't go out of my way for those, but if you happen to get one, cool. Oh, excuse me, that came out of nowhere. Here we have a crane. We can use that to go back down to the entrance if you need to use a tent or save or something. But I want to go up here first to grab a thief glove and a random battle with the harvester. You can equip the Thief Glove on Locke to change his steal command into capture, allowing him to deal damage as he steals. It's basically the mug command from other games. These guys remind me of the clowns from Batman Returns for some reason. Or the Clown Gang, or whatever they were. Was it Batman Returns? I think so. And here we want to go up the secret staircase. Yeah. That tripped me up the first few times I played this game. I was like, man, where the hell do I go? And how do I get to that guy? And it was just, it's pretty terrible, but don't worry guys, I got your back. Damn it. Oh, okay, that's not so bad. I want to heal up after that. Those guys are, man, they're bitches. And what is it with JRPGs and having a lot of towers in them? I mean, between Dragon Warrior and Lufia, I thought we had enough towers to last us, but no! Here we have another tower sequence. This one's not too bad though. There's one later on that's much worse. You guys know which tower I'm talking about. The big tower. It's not difficult per se, it's just, well, you'll see when we get there. You'll see. I'm not exactly looking forward to it, to be honest. You know, every game has that one dungeon that just grinds your gears. You really don't want to run through that dungeon. Like the fire ship in Final Fantasy V. Or the pyramid in Dragon Warrior 3. You know, places like that. Overall though, this game does a pretty good job with its dungeon designs. They're not bland or repetitive or anything like that. They're not overly mazy. They're generally fun. I like them. They have a nice aesthetic look to them. Should be almost done here though. We're getting there. Let's try to get some instant death going on this guy. What do you mean I'm cheap? Nobody asked you. Hey, who's that? And here we get a Fire Knuckle for 7. That's a really powerful weapon. I believe it's the most powerful in the game at this point. Not only is it fire elemental, but it also will cast fire randomly, so that's pretty nice. Hey? Well, aren't you awfully cordial? Why, thank you. What the? It's boss time against Dadaluma, also known as DJ from Street Fighter, only without his maracas. Now, there are a few ways you can deal with this guy. First of which being using the Primordite Rage with Goth. Numbblade will cast the stop status. Basically, he can't attack, he can't cast spells, he just sits there and takes it like a man. Yeah, using Primordite really gimps out this fight. That guy is... oh man. Yeah, he's just kind of sitting there and letting us beat his face in. That's pretty broken if you ask me. If that's too cheap for you guys and you actually want to fight this guy, there is another method that you can use. This one involves Celis, and you want to hit this guy with Imp. Followed by the Trillium Rage with Gaw because he's weak to poison. But what the fuck? Did we turn him into a cockroach? Yeah, that's what the Imp spell does. It basically takes away all their magic spells with the exception of Imp. Since this guy doesn't even have that spell, he can't ever cure himself of the Imp status. It also... excuse me. It prevents him from casting Safe on himself, which he does do later on in the fight. So, it's not as cheap as using Primordite, but it's still another way to gimp the battle. Oops. No, Blitz. And there you go. Still pretty easy. Mercies for the weak. Sweep the leg. And for defeating him, we get a headband. Or you can also get a thief knife from him, depending. You can also steal a headband, so take your pick of how you want to acquire one. Yeah, I know that's a little bit abusive, but oh well. Deal with it, viewers. I like being obscenely overpowered and just annihilating my enemies. Yeah, that's how you take care of Dataluma. Seems like a random boss though, like they just kinda make you fight him out of nowhere, but okay, that works. Here we get an X potion and some more running shoes. Terra. Aww, somber music. Ramu? Nice beard you got there, man. Huh? What's going on? Whoa. She's flipping out there. Easy, girl. That'll do. The Esper. Notice what the game does here. It looks like Edgar is saying those lines of dialogue, but really, it doesn't matter who you bring here. Usually it's Locke that says that. And that is one problem I have with this game, is that they do a lot of generic dialogue like this throughout the game. It's more prominent later on, but I think this is the first time we see evidence of it. And don't get me wrong, I love this game, but that doesn't mean that this game has no flaws, and that's one of them. I wish they had more character-specific dialogue depending on, who you bring and when you bring them. But this being a cartridge game, I'm sure they just ran out of space. I mean, writing lines of dialogue for every character in every possible situation, that would just take up way too much memory. But I'll go over that in more detail later. Here we get a little bit more information on the War of the Magi. Oh, okay, so that's what happened to Espers. Wait a minute, game. So you're telling me that Emperor Gestal started hunting you guys 20 years ago, and he's just now getting around to taking over the world? Okay. Terra, exactly. Alright, sounds like a plan. We're going to take the fight to the Empire. And if you bring Celis here, you get a little bit of extra dialogue there. I don't see why you wouldn't have Celis. I mean, she is your only healer after all. Magicite? What's that? Dan, is that you? Pardon? I think only one person's going to get that reference. Oh well. Ah, okay. I guess this is this game's version of crystals. It's usually a pretty major theme in Final Fantasy games, but not so much in this game. They kind of start moving away from the whole crystals plot device. This is the closest thing we get. It's basically Materia before it's called Materia. I think Final Fantasy V was the last game to focus on crystals. And he dies. He does. And here we receive Ramuh. And Stray, or Kate Sith. Kieran. And finally, Siren. Now I'll go over Espers and Magicite in more detail next time. But first, I want to remove accessories from Ga and 7. Let me see, equipment. We'll be fine on equipment. Hey, how'd you guys get here? So it looks like in order to save Terra, we have to rescue the Espers from the Empire. I like how Goss is like jumping down the building. Why aren't you guys using the crane? Oh, well, how convenient. They never really explain why Narsh is so pivotal. I mean, yeah, the Esper's there, but I don't know, maybe that's a small, minor detail. Alright, now we have to bring Locke and Celis. I also want to bring Cyan because, well, we didn't use him for Zozo. So I want to use him for the upcoming area. He'll actually be quite useful because of his sword techniques. And, let's see, I don't want to use Ga anymore. And 7, he would be good. Don't get me wrong. But I think Edgar still has a slight edge over 7 in the upcoming area. A lot of the guys there have really, really high physical defense, and having things that ignore defense like drill, chainsaw, or even flash, I think it's more effective for what I have in mind. So this is the party I'm going to use, and I'll go over my equipment setup and Espers and Magicite and all that good stuff next time. That is a good point. Well, how did you get... Oh, okay, never mind. They say no boats go there. I'm sure she just took a boat from there to get here. Never mind me, viewers. He wants to get some of that delicious booty duty, of course. Or that. Well, alright. We found Terra. Found out sort of what's going on with her, but in order to actually save her, we have to do a rescue mission ourselves. So, when I meet you guys back next time, I will be in J'dor, and I will go over Espers and Magicite, and how all that good stuff works, and we will take our first steps towards breaking the game. Oh yeah. Until then, guys, you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.